Buff Nation, are we due for a sophomore year breakout for Omarion Miller? It sure is looking like it. This guy is putting in the work, and I wanted to make this video to highlight his work ethic and the progress that he has made. Thank you to assistant strength and conditioning coach Brandon Reyes for posting this on Twitter. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments, what your expectations are for Omarion Miller this year. Let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Okay, so first off, Brandon Reyes said this: a young guy who has bought into the process and reaped the benefits. Omarion Miller has transformed himself since arriving in Boulder last year. Development happens with intentional execution over a long period of time. Simple, not easy. I love how he put that and worded that. This is what I'm talking about. Getting guys in the program, having them here for a year or two, right? We see the strength development. We see them become more like pro-like. They start treating their time here in football a little bit more professionally, or taking it to that next level, right? That pro-like atmosphere that Coach Prime so often talks about. But let's go ahead and dive into this, okay? What does all this mean? Let's go to the metrics here on the right first. The power clean, okay? We saw a 70-pound increase with Omarion Miller over this year from July 23 of last summer to July of 24 this summer. We saw a 50-pound increase with the bench press from 225 to 275. And then with squat, we saw an increase of 60 pounds from 365 to 425 throughout the year. That is, as Coach Reyes put, a 71% increase in the relative eccentric peak power metric. Guys, what does this mean? Basically, it's just the amount of power output that Omarion Miller has for his body weight. So this, I'm guessing they're measuring this based off of NFL Combine data, but this puts him in the 94th percentile of NFL wide receivers. We know that he's a physical beast, and we love to see the increase of strength, power. I thought this was interesting. We didn't see like a 40 time or a 10-yard split or anything like that, like a 3-cone or anything like that on here. But you imagine with him increasing weight, power with these exercises, his explosion is going to increase as well as his speed. So anyways, modified RSI, maybe some of you guys that are a little bit more educated on the training side of things can talk to this and speak to this in the comments at a little bit better of a level than what I understand. But from what I understand, the RSI has to do with like your oxygen intake or something like that. But top 30%, so 70 percentile and above for NFL wide receivers. He's putting in the work, and I just want to give credit to Omarion Miller. I think that he's due for a very exciting year this year, sophomore year breakout. I see him as one of our top 4 wide receivers. I think we're going to be running base personnel as like a 10 personnel. So that means 4 wide receivers out there. I think you'll see him in these packages. And we saw last year, limited production. I wish we would have seen him more throughout the season after his breakout game against USC, where he posted 7 receptions, almost 200 yards, an amazing touchdown catch. Displayed great chemistry with Shador, but we saw, only 4 catches after that, but 11 receptions on the year, 234 yards. Guys, that's over 21 yards per reception. And of course, had that 1 touchdown against USC. I think we can all expect a big-time bump in production from Omarion Miller this year. He's somebody that I think is a cornerstone, a building block cornerstone for this program for years to come. And I just love to see this highlighted again by Coach Reyes, the amount of work that he's putting in, something that I love to see. And it'll be interesting to see if he has any more posts coming out with some other players who have been in the program for a year plus. But Omarion Miller, hats off to you. Absolutely love to see this. I think he's going to be, like I said, one of our top 4 most productive wide receivers, in addition to Travis Hunter, Will Shepard, LaJohntay Wester, and he's got a handful of other guys to compete with. Of course, Jimmy Horn was a starting wide receiver for us last year, and he very well could be a starting wide receiver for us this year. We have Baby T.O. coming in as well, and highly regarded freshmen, Draylon Miller, Cam McKell, among others. So hats off again to Omarion Miller. Love to see this. Y'all let me know. Hey, I'll like this wide receiver 1 coming soon. I think he's going to be the alpha in that room come his junior year. And who knows? You see these guys break out their sophomore year. He very well could establish himself as that target this year, opposite of Travis Hunter, that is leading the Buffs in production. So anything's possible. Just love to see him raising the floor for himself, which is clear here. So y'all let me know what your expectations are for Omarion Miller. Absolutely love to see this. Hats off again to the training staff. I think they've come in here and really elevated the standard. And that's credit to all of them over there, Coach Prime, Rick George, everybody. So y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Appreciate you guys as always. I'll be back with another video sometime soon. Go Buffs.